Dive into the Wild West's untold stories as we uncover the astonishing truths behind the final chapters of legendary figures. Immerse yourself in the gripping tales of lawmen, outlaws, gunslingers, and saloon owners whose lives were marked by daring adventures, fierce showdowns, and unexpected endings. The Wild Bunch, a tale of crime and violence. In the late 19th century, a menacing figure emerged in the American West, striking fear into the hearts of many. Butch Cassidy, a notorious outlaw, led the Wild Bunch gang, leaving a legacy of terror and violence. Born Robert Leroy Parker in Utah in 1866, Cassidy grew up in a seemingly ordinary household as the son of a Mormon farmer. However, fate had other plans. He soon turned to a life of crime, forming the Wild Bunch gang with infamous outlaws like the Sundance Kid, Harvey Logan, and Ben Kilpatrick. Their reign of terror began with daring train and bank robberies, executed with chilling precision. Each heist was meticulously planned, with months spent analyzing the terrain and their targets' movements, striking with swift and deadly accuracy. The 1897 Castlegate robbery stands out as one of their most notorious exploits, netting over $7,000 in cash and gold, equivalent to more than $230,000 today. Their brazen actions earned them the title of the most wanted men in the West, with Pinkerton detectives and posses hot on their trail. As law enforcement closed in, Cassidy and the Sundance Kid fled to South America, seeking refuge in Argentina. However, their past soon caught up with them, drawing them back to their criminal ways. In 1908, the Bolivian cavalry tracked them down in a small Andes village. A fierce gunfight ensued, and when the dust settled, two lifeless bodies were found. One riddled with bullets, the other with a single gunshot wound to the head. Identified as Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, rumors persisted that they'd escaped, their malevolent presence lingering in the shadows. The legend of Butch Cassidy and the Wild Bunch gang continues to haunt the American West, a chilling reminder of the horrors that once lurked in the Wild West. The legendary life of Bat Masterson. From Wild West to writing desk. Introducing Bat Masterson, a legendary figure from the Wild West era. Born in Canada in 1853, Masterson's life was a captivating blend of adventure, law enforcement, and journalism. Standing 6 feet tall and weighing 180 pounds, he commanded a formidable presence. Masterson's career began as a buffalo hunter, where he honed his sharpshooting skills and established himself as a skilled marksman. After meeting the renowned Wyatt Earp, he joined the law enforcement team in Dodge City, Kansas. Driven by a commitment to restore order in the tumultuous frontier town, Masterson served as sheriff, experiencing both triumphs and heartaches, including the tragic loss of his brother Id. As time passed, Masterson grew disillusioned with the West's rampant lawlessness. At 49, he embarked on a new journey in New York City, transitioning into a career as a journalist and sports columnist. His writings captivated audiences with vivid narratives, humor, and insightful commentary, effectively conveying the Wild West's essence. His prose was as precise as his aim, garnering a dedicated readership. Tragically, Masterson's life ended abruptly in 1921 when he suffered a fatal heart attack at his newspaper desk. Now let's explore the fates of various Wild West figures. Some met their demise in violent confrontations, while others fell victim to illness, were captured by authorities, or became casualties of fierce rivalries. Consider the young Montana gunslinger, who turned to gunfighting out of necessity, but soon developed a taste for it. Within a year, he amassed numerous enemies and found himself relentlessly pursued by rival factions. Captured and tortured, he was confined to a small wooden box, with only his head exposed for air. Tragically, he ultimately succumbed in that box. Annie Oakley, a legendary life of skill and determination. Annie Oakley, an iconic figure in American history, was born Phoebe Ann Moses in 1860. Her extraordinary life journey took her from rural Ohio to the global stage. Despite standing only 5 feet tall and weighing 100 pounds, Oakley's small stature belied her remarkable skills and unwavering determination. At 15, Oakley's rise to fame began when she entered a shooting contest against renowned marksman Frank Butler. In a serendipitous turn, she triumphed, outshooting Butler and winning his heart. The two married, forming a lifelong partnership. Oakley's exceptional marksmanship caught Buffalo Bill Cody's attention, leading to her joining his Wild West show. She mesmerized audiences with astonishing shooting feats, shooting cigarettes from her husband's mouth, splitting a playing card edge-on from 30 paces, and hitting the thin edge of a toss dime. Her performances earned worldwide recognition and admiration. Throughout her illustrious career, Oakley championed women's rights and defied conventional gender norms. She empowered countless women by teaching them to shoot, enabling them to protect themselves in a challenging world. Oakley's influence extended far beyond her marksmanship, inspiring generations of women to overcome obstacles and pursue their aspirations. Sadly, Oakley's life was cut short by pernicious anemia in 1926. She passed away at 66, and just 18 days later, her beloved husband Frank Butler followed, reportedly due to a broken heart. The couple was laid to rest side by side, their love story forever etched in American history. Annie Oakley's extraordinary life and enduring legacy continue to inspire and captivate audiences to this day. A lawless era, the rise and fall of the Rufus Buck Gang. During the late 19th century, the American West represented both opportunity and peril, a place where fortunes could be amassed or lives lost in an instant. It was in this tumultuous environment that the infamous Rufus Buck Gang emerged, leaving a lasting impact on frontier history. Rufus Buck, a young leader of Creek Indian and African American heritage, headed a gang of 5. Lewis Davis, Sam Sampson, Mom July, Lucky Davis, and himself. Together, they unleashed chaos across Oklahoma and Arkansas, robbing stores and ranches and resorting to violence against anyone who opposed them. Their most egregious act occurred on July 30, 1895, when they ambushed a contingent of U.S. deputy marshals near Mogi, Oklahoma. The confrontation resulted in the deaths of 2 lawmen and injuries to several others, after which the gang fled into the surrounding wilderness. The ensuing manhunt, one of the largest in American history, enlisted hundreds of law enforcement officials and civilian volunteers. Ultimately, the Rufus Buck Gang was apprehended and brought to trial before the notorious hanging Judge Isaac Parker. All 5 members were found guilty and sentenced to death, their fate sealed by compelling evidence. On July 1, 1896, they were executed simultaneously from a single gallows, marking the end of one of the most infamous episodes in the American West's history. The legendary life of Buffalo Bill Cody. In the heart of the American Old West, a legendary figure emerged, shrouded in mystery and fascination. Buffalo Bill Cody, born in Iowa in 1846, was the son of a farmer seeking a brighter future in the wild expanses of the West. As a young man, Cody's adventurous spirit led him to explore various roles: Pony Express rider, stagecoach driver, and U.S. Army Scout. However, his exceptional talent in buffalo hunting solidified his legendary status. His name spread rapidly, resonating across the vast plains. During the 1860s and 1870s, Cody's expertise was in high demand by the Kansas Pacific Railroad, which enlisted him to supply meat for its workers. His fame soared as he hunted and killed over 4,000 buffalo in a single year, establishing himself as a premier hunter. Yet, Cody's desire for recognition was insatiable. He created Wild West shows that enthralled audiences with breathtaking trick riding, sharpshooting, and reenactments of notorious frontier skirmishes. His performances captivated spectators in both the United States and Europe, forever embedding the image of the American cowboy and the Wild West into the public imagination. Upon his death in 1917, Cody was interred atop Lookout Mountain in Colorado, overlooking the Great Plains that had defined his life. However, heavy snowfall delayed his final journey. For 6 months, his body rested in a Denver mortuary, undergoing 6 embalmings to preserve him for the long trek to his final resting place. Thus, Buffalo Bill Cody's legacy endures, forever intertwined with the allure of the American Old West, his name emblematic of courage, skill, and the indomitable spirit of the frontier. In our exploration of the captivating stories surrounding the final moments of Wild West legends, we're reminded that even the toughest cowboys and most notorious outlaws couldn't escape fate's harsh realities. While their lives were marked by courage and conflict, their deaths poignantly highlight our shared mortality. We hope you've enjoyed this journey into the Wild West's lesser-known tales. Thanks for watching. We appreciate your support. Subscribe, share with friends and family, and stay tuned for more content.